So we're gonna start off with a post from February of 2014. And it was a post from me. Does 3.0 Roy now have a chance against Marth? Now granted, this was at the time when I was practicing melee tactical in PM, and my melee disc was scratched. I couldn't figure out homebrew and all that shit. Being one of the most buff characters in PM, it is time to come down to the debate. Marth versus Roy. It's a common topic in Melee, but we can all agree that Marth seems to take the cake. PM has given us the opportunity for the low mid-tier characters we use to shine and show the top tier some competition. So does Roy live up to the Marth standards? Yes, the two have different styles of play, and yes, Roy is now a semi-clone, but all that aside, what does the battle come down to? What does the battle come down to? This is 13-year-old Jmook coming in hot on the boards with the hard-hitting questions. T-Murder replies, I think Marth is still better, but Roy 2.0 can be competitive. I think the tipper still ultimately gives Marth the advantage. However, I play Roy now because I'm not proficient at spacing. I agree. It's kind of sad to see these characters still suffer. Not that Roy isn't good, but in the end, ... Yeah, you definitely have to try harder with Roy to get a fight on. Okay. Alright, bear with me, chat. Bear with me. I was a fucking nerd, dude. You know, my birthday was coming up. I was all coming hot. I was like, oh my god, I got my own Smashboards account. I could finally interact with the community. Someone says Marth Roy is 60-40, even in Melee. That might be an exaggeration. Oh. Now I'm telling him how it is, right? Okay, this guy hits me with the hard-hitting facts. I say, I apologize. I read the numbers wrong. I agree with what you're saying in its entirety, but also include the mind games that Marth players implement. Oh, what a throwback, right? So this was just a little taste of what I was cooking up on the boards 11 years ago. Oh no. Oh shit. For context, because I guess I requested removal because this is so cringe. So if you guys don't know, I used to practice versus the PM CPUs. If you played like a level 9 PM Falco or a level 9 PM Fox, they would just like spam tech skill in front of you. It would be like a tech skill simulator. They wouldn't like, this isn't like Philip AI. Like they would just like spam shit on your shield. And 13-year-old me, I got a little flustered. And so I made a post complaining that CPUs only try when they want to. You know, AIs, you know, they have feelings, and you know, sometimes you play against them and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sandbag for this one, but next stock I'm gonna take it real seriously. Someone's like, yeah, that happens to me really on with Lucas, but for the most part the AI will kind of be derpy. If you stand still, they'll do nothing too. Yeah, I know the AI varies between characters, but DK seems to stand still the most and always counters the next move. Talking about the DK Renaissance, the DK Renaissance was me 10 years ago versus Project M Donkey Kong. Alright, this guy kind of agrees with me. Same CPU that zero deaths you, then immediately air dodge off stage. Yes, that's what would happen. Feina Blue Flames, a reoccurring character in this series, in this anime. So I said in this post, either they wave dash back, shield grab, roll, anything that prevents me from being hit. It's so unfair that I try out combos for practice and end up getting beat by a CPU. Why? Because you got outplayed? Stop getting mad and beat the CPU. Okay. They went for the neck. It sounds like I suck, but they do this with Shiek's tilts and jab, which are really fast moves. Unless you're lucky, no one can react in 1 to 2 frames. Yeah, because we all know that with luck, your brain can just react in a 60th or 30th of a second. There's a golden rule that's passed down for that should never be forgotten, no matter what. The computer cheats. We have tiny fleshy fingers. They have imaginary bionic man fingers. LOL, who said the CPU was a man? Parentheses, milk tea spits out her tea. I was 13! I was like, oh, this will be nice reference. True, actually, I was ahead of the game, chat. Even in 2014, I told them like it was. Who said the CPU was a man to begin with? It's an AI. So King Clubber. All right, I remember this one got to me. King Clubber replies, the pecking order. You, Project M's AI, everyone else not good at the game. I might be here. Okay, he's a little more honest with himself. Those guys, the PM backrooms minus I, the good players M2K. But seriously, these CPUs suck. I would know, I made them. But I'm always trying to make them better, and I'm not going to stop until I make a CPU that can make it out of pools in a real tournament. I mean, did he stick to his promise? Doesn't look like it. I get beat because I don't try. Okay, well let's just stop right fucking there. What was the first thread about? It was talking about the Project M CPUs only trying when they want to. I complain because I'm trying to beat them, and then people are coming in hot versus me. And then I reply, I get beat because I don't try. Actually, this is some lore. This is actually how I found my local scene. From this dude, I spray axe. Though when I was a little kid, I was like, is pray axe? Is he praying? I live in Binghamton. Love playing Smash with my friends, even though they suck and don't know all the technical stuff. LOL. So for context, my best friend at the time and my other friends, my other close friends, I got them playing PM with me because I needed just like someone to play. After our baseball game, they came over to my place and we played PM, and they got frustrated after a while because they didn't know, they didn't know shit. They didn't know all the technical stuff. And then he posted this, and I got into contact with him, and rest is history. But that's kind of the first thread that got me down here. All right, so we got someone asking, how can I tech chase consistently? Okay, like what he said, outsmart the player. Draw out fair after a quick wave dash back, mix up your movements in wavelands, and use baits to make him come to you. Make him come to you. In other words, say, be lame. Shiek mentality, thinking like Shiek. Okay, so this one's a doozy. Just made a recent main switch from Ganon to Shiek. Respectable. Anyone have any hot tips for thinking and playing like a Shiek player? Then I come in at the end of the thread, and no one responds to this. I say, for anyone who gets this Avatar The Last Airbender reference, when they try to take down the Fire Nation drill, I believe the same logic can be applied with Shiek. Okay, no one replied to this, so I don't think they got the reference. Being patient by cutting here and there. Sheik's defense. Using little but effective attacks instead of powerful ones. Sheik's tilts and aerials. Chat, press 1 if I'm cooking, or press 2 if I'm completely out of my gourd. But of course, no one replied, and therefore, my input meaningless. My input is rendered meaningless. Like what he said, arrow. I think shore hopping is a complete mental block that you have to overcome. Oh my god, this is so nostalgic. Oh my god. This was like my Bible. I remember, actually, you guys want to know something super cringe? I used to handwrite all of Sheik's frame data, and I'm pretty sure that I copied all of this word for word in my Smash notebook when I was super young, and I would bring it to class because, you know, you weren't supposed to have your phones out, so I was like, fuck, if I can't have my phone out, I'll just copy all of this by hand. If you guys want to see my very first match ever recorded, so I didn't always start as Shiek. I dual mained Marth and Falco starting off, like 2014, and then by like end of 2014. My first tournament, I went Marth and pools. We did like round robin pools, and my first match was like a Marth and a Doc. But my first set ever recorded was me versus NOE 3 at a Syracuse biweekly 9 years ago in Project M. And just to give you guys an idea of what I was cooking at 15. I think I was 15 right here. And I love side B. Very riveting gameplay, as you can see. Look at me dash dancing, studying my Ken VODs. Look at these. Is this John Coe? Oh, with the meteor too? I had those? You know, Mango is beating, you know, Mewtwo with Puff. Around my age. Here's the shit I was cooking. Ew. Ew. Shield grab. As Sheik mains, we all love getting those grabs and tech chases. No doubt about it. Okay. I was such a fucking nerd, dude. I quit baseball and just went right into nerd mode. I quit sports for this. So this is late 2015. So I've been playing Shiek for a little bit, and there are a few matchups that I struggled with. Ice Climbers. That matchup. Puff. Fox. When my Shiek isn't on point. Best advice for your success, don't bother with secondary, learn the matchups of Shiek. I probably took that advice from then on. Yeah, my doubles partner is pure Ice Climbers, so at least I know the matchup well. Patch's Ice Climbers, that was the first matchup I grinded, was fucking Shiek Ices with wobbling. That was my first glimpse into Shiek. I would come home from the bus, I would get dropped off at Patch's house, and we would just play Shiek Ices, and we would wobble, and while he's wobbling, we would just sit there in silence. I don't know why I did this. I followed you just because of your avatar. Courage for the win. This one was egregious. Who said the CPU was a man? Milk tea spits out her tea. That one's an all-timer. Also, getting flamed for losing to Project M CPUs. I mean, I hope they know where I stand now. I hope they're proud of me. Tweet that? Okay, chat. I think to top this off, I should be forced to tweet one of these, and I think we should vote on which one we should post. Okay, so I think we have 3 contenders. Should we tweet out 1, the 3.0 Roy, what does the battle come down to? 2, milk tea spits out her tea. Or 3, the Avatar Last Airbender reference with the Fire Nation drill. Alright, submit now. All 3 are equally cringe. And I can't believe I'm posting any of this. Also, super funny that I joined on February 27th and immediately posted this. It's like I made an account just so I could post this and ask this question. It's looking like one is going to take the take, but like 13-year-old me says, what does the battle come down to? I shouldn't have read my old Smashboards posts. ... Alright, send. Alright, and with that concludes the Smashboards posts.